basically. By the way, type in the chat how many campaigns do you have right now on Amazon? How many campaigns do you have on Amazon right now? 10, 20, 30, 80, 100, 60, 6, alright, 5. Alright, great. So this is what you have to do. It's called zero order search term optimization. So basically we are going to find all the search terms where orders are coming, but the conversion is very poor, right? So orders are greater than zero, is equals to zero, but you are getting more than 20-25 clicks, zero orders. For those search terms, you will negate the search terms, right? And this can be only done by going into each campaign and doing it. So for example, let's take this for an example, right? You'll go to each campaign. Let's say we'll go to each campaign every single week. You have to do it. You'll go by active status. Let's say you will just say that okay, you can just come over here. You can just click on each keyword campaign. Okay, like that. You will go to each ad group. Okay. You'll go to search terms. Okay. And here you will download. Okay. So here we cannot do anything because this is an exact match campaign. You can see. Right, exact match. So here obviously the same keyword will be there. That is why I told you to have like a very good match type, right? Because you cannot do negations on the exact match campaigns. So again I'll go over here. Okay, we will go with some other campaigns. Let's see that. Let's see in a minute. Yep. So let's say we can go to this campaign. Okay. We will go to ad group name. We will go to search terms. Okay. Now here I will go with the last 30 days example, and you can say that okay, show me all the search terms where, let's say, my sales equals to 0, and let's say my clicks are greater than 25, right? So here I don't have anything, but let's take a lower level, let's say 20 clicks. Now these are the search terms which are not producing. You can see the results, right? Almost 450 rupees is getting spent, 460 rupees is getting spent. I click over here and click on add as a negative product. Add as a negative product, right? This you need to do for every single campaign, every single week. This will reduce your ASINs like ACOS like crazy, right? The same thing you have to do for high ACOS search terms, right? What you have to do is simple. You have to do it for high ACOS, right? Here what we'll do is any search term which is getting us 1 or 2 orders only, and the current ACOS is 1.5 times the target ACOS, then only we'll negate. For example, over here, same thing, I'll go to the same campaign. I will say that show me all the keywords where search terms where the orders are coming greater than 0. And let's say my ACOS, whatever, let's say my ACOS is 20% target, I will take 1.5 times, which is let's say 30% ACOS example, right? Any search term which has, let's say, give me a minute. Yeah, instead of that, yeah, let's say, yeah, you have, let's say, sales are greater than 0, but ACOS is more than my target ACOS. I will check over here. Wherever there is only 1 and 2 orders, like not 3 and more, 1 and 2 orders, like you can see this way, I will check and I will do a negative exact. You can put add a negative product and click on add as negative product. How many of you are able to understand? Type in the chat I if you are clear. Right? Right? This is what will help you to reduce your ACOS. And then the last one is like out of budget. Very important, guys. If every day you need to go and allocate 2 hours, every 2 to 3 hours you need to check if your campaigns are going out of budget and your campaign target ACOS is like, your campaigns are going out of budget, but the ACOS is coming under target, then increase the budget 25% every single hour, right? So every 2-3 hours you can check from morning, whichever campaigns are doing better, and ACOS is coming good, reduce the ACOS. Increase the budgets by 25% and check every 2 to 3 hours, right? So this will make sure that your account is growing, you're not missing out on any profitable sales, and your ACOS is coming under control. Now, how many of you think this is a very, very difficult process to do all of these things manually? Type in the chat, especially when you have like a lot of campaigns and you have a lot of other channels to do it. Type in the chat, if you think this is difficult, do it manually every single day, every single week. Right? Now, this is exactly how many of you want to see a more automated way of rule based automation. This is exactly the same automation which is currently helping people to scale their ACOS down, right? And increase their sales, because all of these things, imagine all of these things, if all of these things can be automated, how much time, energy and money would it save? Type in the chat. If all of these things that I showed you, plus many, many more things, if all of these things get automated, how much time do you think it will save for you? How many of you want me to show you a glimpse of automations that can be done through for all of these things? Type in the chat, show that I will show you this. Yeah? Awesome, great. Okay, fine. So let me share with you what Datafill can do. Right? So this is like when you go to automations and you go to advanced automations, right? You can literally create a rule for every single thing, and it will exactly operate how you do it manually and much more, and in a more better fashion where you will basically need to do nothing. You just need to focus on the strategy. Imagine the first thing that we did for search terms, right? I told you, let's say if you have 200 campaigns, imagine every week going into each campaign and doing this thing, and sometimes you might miss also, right? Now imagine you can create a rule something like this, right, where you can say that okay, I can create something like this saying that okay, if there is any search term, okay, which is running in sponsored products or brands, right, coming from exact match, broad match, phrase match, category targeting, audience theme, anyways, like if there is any search term coming from sponsored products or sponsored brands, and let's say I put a condition, right? This is a rule-based automation where I say that, okay, just check the last 30 days of campaigns data. If there is any search term where, let's say, my orders are coming zero, there is zero orders are coming, right? And let's say my clicks are almost, let's say, 25. Like 25 clicks are there, zero orders are there, and let's say my ACOS is roughly less than, let's say, like less, ACOS you can reduce, like ACOS is not come only. So orders are there, clicks are there, right? And there is zero orders, 25 clicks. Those search terms I want to do negative exact. And I can just say that I want to do this every week, let's say on a Friday at, let's say, 10 o'clock in the morning, and you click on save, and automatically you don't need to do anything. Automatically every single week it will find all the search terms, it will go to each campaign, each ad group, find all, do the last 30 days data, see whatever search terms are there which are meeting both the criteria. Orders are zero and clicks are 25, it will automatically negate. How many of you think that will save huge amount of time and effort? Now imagine if you do this manually, one day you miss, the search term can go from 200 rupees spent to 300 rupees, 400, and it's not even real time. Right? Imagine how much money can be saved when this is done. Right? You can create another rules also. You can create rules like this, where you can say that okay, this is one rule, and you can create another rule saying that okay, I would like to create right, one more rule which is saying, let's say, else if, right, like this is one rule, you can create another rule also that okay, if there is any search term where the ACOS is greater than, let's say, 30% or 45%, right, and let's say my orders are equal to, let's say, or is less than 3. That means either 1 or 2 orders are there, and the ACOS is very high. Let's say 45% is very less. Let's say 60%, right? So 60% ACOS is there, and orders are only 1 and 2. In this case, I would actually like to do negative exact, right? Both the cases. So we have covered both the cases, right? Where I'm not getting orders also, where I'm actually getting orders, but the ACOS is so high and we're just getting 1 or 2 orders. In that case also, I would like to negate the entire search term. How many of you are with me? Type in the chat I. Yeah, with me, right? This will automatically run without your intervention. right? Now, you can also do, this is like what we can do with search term, right? You can do the same thing with your with your targets also. You can say that, okay, I want to create a rule where if there is any keyword, right, coming from sponsor products, brand, or display, whichever, right? You can even choose which one you want. But if you want all the three, and you say that, okay, I want to create a rule that for the last, check the last 14 days data every time, and I want to create a rule saying that, okay, if there is anywhere where the orders are coming, orders are equal to zero, and let's say clicks are roughly coming greater than, let's say, 10 or 15, right? For those kind of keywords, I would like to reduce my bid by 25% every single week, let's say on Thursday. And, right, one more condition I want to put that, okay, that is one condition. And another one is that, say, if my ACOS for any keyword is coming greater than, let's say, 50%, example, right? For those and 50%, right? And for that also, I would like to reduce the bid, let's say, by 15%, right? So I can create multiple rules where this will take care of my entire optimization. I don't need to do anything. Once you set this up, it's done, right? And this will take care of my keywords, search terms, negations. I can even do the most important part is out of budget campaigns. You literally don't need to go and check any of the campaigns. I can create a campaign level rule saying that, okay, let's say this rule saying that, okay, if there is any like I can create a ad group and I can say that, okay, if there is any campaign, this will run at a campaign level. If there is any campaign coming from sponsored products, brand display, right? Let's say if any of my from today's data, that means today, live data, every 1 hour it will check that if there is any campaign which is, let's say, going out of budget, right? And let's say the ACOS is less than my target ACOS, let's say 25%. Okay. In this case, I would like to increase the budget of my campaigns by, let's say, 25%, and maximum budget, the campaign should not go, let's say, be above 5,000. And I want to do this every single hour. Imagine from morning till night, it will keep checking each of your campaign every 1 hour, that if there is any campaign where today, if you are getting good results, your ACOS is under control and you're going out of budget, it will automatically increase the budget 25% every single hour. And when you click over here, it will automatically change to base. For example, if 100 rupees campaign has gone to 500 rupees because it was performing good, when you click on this, after 12 o'clock, automatically this campaign will go back from 100 to 500, will go back to 100 rupees. And tomorrow again, if it performs, it will increase. This is like a 24/7 employee for you, where you don't need to pay him salary hikes. It will not take any holidays, and literally it will do the work which not even a human can do. How many of you are able to understand the power of this? Type in the chat I if you are able to understand the power of this. Right? This is how a lot of brands scale on Amazon. This is how the ACOS keeps under control. This is not a magic, right? Why people do it. Most of the brands are now moving towards automation because this gives them scale. I don't want to, as a brand owner, I don't want to go and do this kind of work or a hire employee who will 24/7 just go and check where is the money getting wasted. I want to cut negate the keywords. I want to pause the campaigns. I want to check out of budget campaigns. This is low ROI work, but if you don't do this work, obviously you do not get any results, right? Like the ACOS keeps climbing, right? You can even do this at a daily level. You can just say that, okay, if there is any campaign keyword where things are not working, right? Like let's say example, let's take this. If there is any campaign right now where the ACOS is coming very high, I can even say that I want to like pause, right? I can say that I want to pause also. You can even pause the campaign and you can put it daily. Every day it will check if there is any campaign where there is so much spent, there is 0 orders, it will automatically pause. All these things can be done, and once it is done, you can literally go into the executed tab and you can see all the changes that has been made, all the execution that has been made over here. Like literally within one click, you will be able to see every single thing. Type in the chat I if you are able to understand. See, for example, on 19th, whatever my rules were, what is the entity, from which campaign, which keyword, what was the previous bid, what was the new bid, every single thing you will be able to understand and track from this, and you will literally understand why and how things are moving. Right? Type in the chat right, somebody's asking pricing for this tool. We are going to talk about the pricing. Yeah. How many of you are interested in automations like this? Type in the chat I. This is just one type of automation. We have like hundreds of things that you can do. Yeah? Okay? Awesome? Great. Okay, let me move ahead. I will start more with this, and we are going to talk about more about the thing as well, about the software pricing as well. Somebody's saying the pricing starts at 499. Yeah, we have some special offers also today. Yeah. So we can talk about that as well. All right. How many of you want me to continue only showing the tool? Right? You're not interested in the slides and everything like that now. Type a chat. If I get majority of people like that, I will just talk about the tool. Otherwise, I'll just continue with the webinar part. Yeah. Type 1 if you want me to only talk about and show you the tool. Yeah. Let's see. If you type 1, then I'm going to if a lot of people type 1, I'm going to only talk about the tool and show you the entire stuff. With the pricing, if you don't want that, you want only the learning, I'll go with that. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1. All right, I'll continue with this right now. Okay. So the second problem with a lot of brands, so this is what we covered in terms of optimization. So I showed you the entire optimization that you can do manually as well, and how to do it. I showed you through the automations as well. Now let's talk about the problem number 4, which is the final problem, which is talking about limited launching and scaling, right? A lot of people do not scale on Amazon and their sales don't grow because they only launch 3 to 4 campaigns per ASIN. Whatever is the best selling ASIN, people just launch 3 to 4 campaigns. If you're even doing multiple ASIN category ASINs, you still have like only 2-3 campaigns, right? And generally this doesn't scale because new search terms keep coming, new competitors keep coming, new trends keep changing, right? So you need to continuously launch more and more campaigns in order to scale on Amazon, right? And there are 2 strategies that I would say that almost works 80% of the time. It's called scaling secrets on Amazon, right? The first strategy is called as search term harvesting, right? Now, the question over here is, like a lot of people ask me, if I keep launching more and more campaigns, I will have so many campaigns to manage. If I have so many campaigns to manage, how will I will be able to enter scale on Amazon? This is exactly why you actually require a 24/7 assistant to manage the entire thing, right? Because if you don't do this, scaling becomes very, very difficult, right? Like how will you scale? Because there are so many keywords that keep getting added on Amazon every single day. So the question over here is, if I keep launching more and more campaigns, what is the probability that the campaigns that I launch will be successful on Amazon? So here's the question and here's the answer, right? What if I can show you a strategy right now which almost has 90%, 80 to 90% chances of whenever we have launched this campaign, it actually works and it most of the time give you the lowest take cost. Okay, how many of you want to learn this strategy? Type in the chat I. Right? This strategy is called a search term harvesting strategy. What is it called as? Search term harvesting. Now what this strategy is, it's basically finding all the non-targeted search terms. So basically you download your search term report, you find all the search terms which are currently not getting you, which are getting you results, but they are currently not being targeted. They are not being advertised as a keyword on Amazon. Find all those search terms and use manual campaigns, and then launch campaigns on them. More or less, you will start getting results. So let's see for an example, right? The first strategy, one of the strategies that I will recommend is called as crushers. Okay. Now to implement this strategy, I'm going to show you how to do it. You have to download the search term report, filter, the relevant SKU or campaigns. Like for example, if you want to do whatever ASINs you are doing this strategy for, you have to find only those campaigns for which these ASINs are there or category wise. Find all the search terms which are getting you 3 or more orders, and then you will launch them into phrase and exact match. Okay. Now let me show you this strategy right now. right? So manually, you can just go to Amazon. You can click on, let's say, uh, Insights. No, you can click on. I think they have changed the panel. Let me check. Where are the reports now? Reporting, sponsor ads, reporting. Okay, sponsor ads, reports. Okay, and then once you go over here, you will find the entire report, right? You have to download the search term report for the last 60 days. Okay. So let me just wait for a minute to get it downloaded. Let me check. I think, yeah. How many of you can see the screen, right? So you will click on the report, you click on sponsor products, you click on search term, and you will go with last 60 days of data, right? Last 60, 30 days, last 60 days of data. Okay. Last 60 days of data over here. Click on save. Sponsored product search term report, and then you can just click on over here and run report. Right? Once you run the report, which I have already done, you can download this report from here. Okay, and now we will do the entire strategy over here. Let me share you the screen over here. Let me know if you can see my screen. Yeah, you can click on enable editing. And here, if you see, this is how exactly it works, right? So you will actually click over here, right? Now what I'll do is whatever is your entire category, right? Like however you have named the campaign. That is why I told you campaign naming is very important. So now let's say if I only want to search for, let's say, a specific product of mine, which is 510, right? All the campaigns are only coming from 510. I'll copy this. I'll click on new tab. I'll paste this. Now what I'll do is I will have all the search terms, right? Now what I'll do is I will find all the search terms which are having more than 2 orders, which is only 3 and 4, right? Now this is exactly the same search term which is advertised, right? So this search term is getting good results, but it's the same thing. So I will remove exact match also. In this case, I'm only getting, let's say, one particular customer search term, right? So let's take another example. I think this is very short. Let me do some random numbers, right? 4, 6, 8, 9, 8, 9, 5. Now what I can do is I basically will actually go and orders which are greater than 3. Now I have so many, search terms, right, which are getting me good results. I will go to match type and I will remove exact match. I don't want exact match. Now all these are search terms which are, you can see, which are getting me 4 orders, 5 orders, 7 orders. All these are good. I will check first, is this search term actually being targeted in the targeted? These are all the keywords. These are all the search terms. These search terms actually being targeted over here? If these all search terms are not being targeted, right? So let's say, for example, these are all the unique search terms which are getting me results, but they are not being targeted as a keyword. I will actually use these keywords over here. Okay. I will create like a new keyword over here. I will take the cost per click, whatever is the cost per click coming from them, right? Over here. And I will create a new campaign with exact match and phrase match. And the bid that will be there for exact match, I will take 20% above the current cost per click, because these are very good keywords and getting good results. For phrase, I will take this and I will multiply that by 1.1. And that is a phrase match, right? So this is what I will be doing for this. I will go to Amazon Manager. I will put all these keywords into the campaign. I'll create 2 campaigns. Exact match, put all these same bids. For phrase, I will put this. And this is how you will be able to launch profitable campaign. This campaign that I just showed you right now, almost, you can try this out after the class. 9 out of 10 times we have got really good results, right? Very, very good results, very good ACOS, almost proven to work. This you need to do, it's called search term harvesting. This you need to do every single 10 days. If you are low on budget, you don't have so much budget for more campaigns, then do it every 20 days, 30 days, at least once a month you should do. This gives you insane amount of sales. Like no other keyword research will be able to give you so much sales that they give you at profitable ACOS, right? Now the question over here is, whatever actually is a mistake and how to scale on manually and reduce your ACOS I've shown you, right? Now, how many of you really want to learn how to use Amazon, like, how does the software actually help you 2x your sales, reduce your ACOS by 25%? Type in the chat, right? If you are just looking for learnings are over. If you are looking for software, you can stay over here. Rest, whatever I've spoken about or delivered or asked you in the landing page, I've delivered, right? I've showed you exactly problems that require in terms of scaling, how to reduce your ACOS. I showed you manually how to do it, what is the mistake that people do, and exactly how to do it. Right now, if you want to see all of these things on automation, this is exactly what I'm going to show you right now, right? So in order to 2x your sales on Amazon, you need to focus on launching campaigns, analyzing them, optimizing them, and then scaling them, right? Scaling in terms of budgets. Now, if you do all of these things that I told you, there is a 90% probability that your account will scale and your ACOS will start reducing, right? But the amount of time that it will take and the effort it will take is almost so much that most of the people, they start very good when their account is small, but if the advertising ad spend keep increasing, if you are already at 30, 40, 50 campaigns, this becomes very, very difficult, and there will be 100% times where you will miss out on the entire thing, right? So what if I can show you the entire thing on automation, right? I can show you exactly how you can automate the entire stuff. That will actually help you to reduce your ACOS while reducing the entire manual optimization, right? So introducing you to Datafuel.tech. This is an Amazon Ads automation analytics tool which helps you to scale on Amazon and reduce your ACOS, right? It's specially designed for Amazon sellers who are at least spending 1 lakh or more, right? So, and basically you have a lot of campaigns to manage, you suffer from high ACOS issues. Datafuel helps you cut your wasted ad spends by 20 to 30% every single month and scale what's working using automated rules and analytics in 6 to 8 weeks. Right, roughly around 3 months, you will be able to see automation helping you to reduce your ACOS by 25 to 30%, increasing your sales, right, all on automation, while saving you 8 to 10 hours per week without needing any Excel optimization, agencies, or even daily monitoring, right? And if it doesn't perform, you don't pay, literally, right? This is the bold guarantee. And here's your current situation, guys, right? Before even thinking about automation, this is your current situation. If you know, right now, if you can tell me that, okay, Viral, I know that there is a money ad spend happening in my account. It is getting wasted, I know that, but I don't have the proper system to stop it. And that is the reason I have to go to the campaign every single day, get worried about my overspending, and I don't get the results, right? That's number one. You are currently, this is your current situation, right? If you manage hundreds of ASINs and you have 100 plus campaigns and you're managing all through bulk optimizations or, going into each campaign, and for each campaign, each keyword, it becomes super difficult, right? It becomes messy, confusing, and really hard to do all these optimizations, right? If you are somebody who's keeping, if you keep downloading bulk reports, right? Like for one bulk optimization, it takes almost 35 to 40 minutes to download that file, right? So if you keep downloading bulk reports and you make just basic changes to business budgets and you think that it's too much, then this is your current situation, right? If you have hired agencies that handle too many accounts and they don't give you proper attention, clear reporting in real time, then this is exactly why you should need a software, right? If you spend hours, right, like literally if you are somebody who spend hours finding search terms which are profitable and then you manually move them into campaigns one by one, you understand what I'm doing, right? I'm talking to you, right? So, and if you're somebody who manages the entire campaign on a budget level, like a portfolio level or campaign budget, right? Imagine if you are somebody who is waking up in the night, right? Like you wait for 12 o'clock and you shut the campaign, right? You reduce the budgets of the campaign account at the lowest level. And again, morning you wake up by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock and you increase the budget just to, save on the wasted ad spend. Then this is exactly your situation, right? And just imagine, right? And this actually, if your campaign setup is slow and manual, like launching campaigns is so much pain, like it takes hours to do keyword research and so much effort to find like winning campaigns, right? Now, all the situations that I told you right now, if you are somebody who's experiencing this, there is an impact on you, right? you are silently leaking your profit. 10 to 30% of your advertising spend is getting daily it's getting wasted due to manual decisions and inconsistent optimization. Why? Because you cannot do auto budget campaigns, right? Like every time you cannot be on the system 24/7. There will be a time and where you will miss out on optimizations or your employee will miss out on the optimizations, right? Because you are dependent on a human. Maybe you yourself are doing it, you will miss out someday. Sometimes you are busy, you are on holiday, you are sick, right? So you keep continuously leaking profits on Amazon, right? Every day it's a firefighting game. Tomorrow the sales did not increase, like decrease. You'll go and daily change the bids, budget, monitoring, right? And literally this loses out the entire control from you. And you are doing firefighting every day. Third, if you're spending big amount on Amazon, you have a mental and time drain. Every day you are spending so many hours doing the same thing. Campaign maintenance instead of focusing on growth, new and profitable product launches and brand building, right? And the most important is you fear scaling, right? If you know that I can scale more, I can increase more spends, but the problem is whenever I increase the ad spends, the cost goes up. This is the biggest problem that most people face where the scaling doesn't happen. That is a problem because your ad spends will increase. As your ad spend increases, your campaign increases, the complexity increases, and the human intervention and the manual work will keep increasing, right? And this leads to unstable ACOS and hesitation to scale further. Right? Now imagine there is a new opportunity for you, right? All these were all the manual optimizations, a lot of firefighting, daily things over here. Now imagine if there is a new opportunity that changes the entire situation. Now for the first time, Amazon sellers can run ads with a system that automatically reduces their ACOS by 20-30%, eliminates all the wasted ad spends in real time. So today if you are spent ACOS, like today if the keyword is touched 200 rupees and there is zero sales, instead of waiting for a week to identify in real time, you can go and check and you can pause that, right? Scale what exactly is working without any constraints, right? Like imagine if you want to increase more budget, you can increase the spends without the fear because you can just create an automation that only if the campaign performs, increase your budgets, otherwise don't increase. That's the power when you get for the first time that Amazon sellers can now automate the entire Amazon advertising at least 30-40% where literally they can reduce their ACOS and increase their sales, right? Imagine this life, right? No daily bid management, no ad wastage, no dependency on agency because if tomorrow agency goes or somebody changes in the agency, your entire account goes for a toss, right? You keep changing agency, and every agency will take 2-3 months. That is how the entire year goes, right? Even same with your human employee. You hire an employee, if he does everything in your account through his brain, and there is no system, no tracking. Tomorrow, if he leaves, your entire system crashes, and the new person that comes, if he's not that great, your account will go for a toss. Secondly, imagine if everything he is doing through a software and the rules are there. Even if he leaves, you know that there is no dependency on him. Like, of course, that strategy is required, but 80% of the rules will run the same thing. There is nothing that will actually go for a toss for in very short duration, right? So no daily firefighting, no late night and early morning budget changes because your budgets will go and people will imagine 12 o'clock you shut down the budget and 8 o'clock you again come, right? You don't need to wake up early. No missing out on sales. Like sometimes you wake up a little bit early and you put the budget for entire budget. Your campaign will start late, right? So sales will affect. All these things will go away.